All right, welcome to part 17. I'm going to be continuing with the week 7 page. This will be a long page. All right, let's just get started now. All right, started this one, so now I'm reading this one. Yeah. All right. Meeting nutritional needs in a toddler years is a top priority because children needs a variety Children need a variety of nutritious foods of bodily growth and repair. Just like this one, for example. I'm watching about the freaky eaters that I'm watching right now. So the only human just actually eats. That guy eats nothing but pizza. You cannot eat that whole bunch of pizzas, or you cannot eat a whole bunch of things that are your favorite. It's like your favorite food that can get worse by this video is showing. Yeah, 35. Dang, not good. All right, toddlers are often picky eaters and developing definite food like and dislikes. It does not matter if you dislike the food, but you have to at least try it. Why is this anonymous badger? I hate it when they come here and just do that. They're the same people that just try to come out of nowhere and start to um, come here for obvious reason. They're not even in that class, so why are they watching them? Yeah, some people these days. Yeah, definitely. All right. All right, so this is the plate. There's a spoon and a fork in the plate. Um, this is how variety it gets from your health. You have to eat fruits and vegetables and more things that are appropriate to you. Can eat can eat a granola bar. You can eat just one time. You can only eat 2 candies a day. You don't want to get sick for eating too much candy. That can make your teeth go bad. I'm not even kidding, dude. All right. Our nutritional needs of 1 to 2 year olds. Complementary feeding is a transitional diet that bridges exclusive breast or formula feeding to family foods. With each passing month, toddlers' nutritional needs are met more and more through complementary foods. Children who are breastfed or formula fed at 12 months of age are then changed to whole cow's milk. Pediatricians may advise earlier change to whole cow's milk for toddlers who are premature infants who have certain illnesses. Yeah, I was never a picky eater at all, but I'm sometimes a picky eater for foods that I'm actually allergic to. Yeah, just like all this. Toddlers eat smaller amounts of the food that infants or adults in their daily caloric intakes vary depending on age, size, and activity level. Parents may have difficulty determining their child's varying food needs during the first year of toddlerhood. Following the toddler cruise for fullness and hunger are especially important. Typically, typically toddlers eat 3 small meals or 2 or 3 snacks each day. Parents that should let toddlers eat a variety of nutritious foods until they are full. You have to eat all of it. The exception to this recommendation will be if a toddler has a health concern that warrants a special nutritional plan. Nutritional needs of 2 to 3 year olds. Parents of a 2 and 3 year olds toddlers can refer to my plate food guidance system to help determine their child's nutritional needs. Our daily food plan. Based on the information you provided, this is your daily recommended amount for each food group. All right, grains. Make half your grains whole. Aim for at least 1 and 1.5 ounces of whole grains a day. Find your balance between food and physical activity. Children 2 to 5 years of age should play actively every day. Your results are based on a 1,000 calorie pattern. This calorie level is only for estimate of your needs. Miniature your body weight to see if you need to adjust at your calorie intake. Sorry. Grain is like 3 ounces. All right, vegetable 1 cup. Vary your veggies. Aim for these amounts each week. Dark green veggies, 1.5 cup. Flood and orange veggies, 2.5 cups. Beans and peas, 1.5 cup. Starchy and veggies, 2 cups. Other veggies, 1.5 cups. Fruits, 1 cup. Focus on fruits. Eat a variety of fruit. Go easy on fruit juices. Know your limit on fats, sugars, and sodium. Your allowance for oils is 3 teaspoons a day. Limit extras, salt, fats, and sugars to 140 calories a day. Reduce sodium intake to 10 less than 2,300 mg a day. All right. Dairy, 2 cups. Get your calcium-rich foods. Go low fat or fat free when you choose milk, yogurt, or cheese. I learned that from Miss Fisher's class. All right. Dairy is only for 2 cups, and protein foods for 2 ounces. Go lean with protein. Don't eat too much protein. Choose seafood twice a week. Choose low fat or lean meats and poultry. Vary your protein choices with more beans, peas, and nuts and seeds. My plates has 5 major food groups excluding oils: vegetables, fruits, dairy, grains, and protein. Vegetables, all the vegetable items that are served around here. Oh, sorry about that. Vegetables. The vegetable group includes a variety of colorful foods, such as lettuce. Lettuce is green, tomatoes, corn, carrots, potatoes, and squash. Vegetables provide vitamins, folate, minerals, and fiber. Based on the My Plate food guidance system, half of a person's plate should be filled with fruits and vegetables. Yeah, you should always be eating vegetables a lot, like every day. Fruits. Examples of fruits in the fruit group including apples, pears, oranges, bananas, peaches, kiwis, and strawberries. Haven't eaten peaches for a long time. Fruits are 100% fruit juices provide needed amounts of potassium and vitamins A, C. Limit fruit juices with added sugars because they contain fewer nutrients and are likely to cause tooth decay. Right, grain. This is all the grain, which is bread. Grains. This group includes breads, cereals, rice, and pasta. I eat a lot of rice. I usually eat rice whenever I feel like it. Grains provide carbohydrates, starches, which are a good source of energy and fiber. They also provide many needed vitamins and minerals, as shown on my plate. Half on the grains a person consumes should be whole grains of figure 11.11. Examples of whole grains include whole oatmeal and whole wheat crackers, breads, and pastas. Proteins. This group includes meat, poultry, fish, dry beans, eggs, and nuts. Nuts are a choking hazard. However, they are not recommended for this age group, which is two-year-olds and over. Foods in this group provide protein, B vitamins, minerals, iron, and zinc. In the following of the USDA's recommendations for my plate, a person should eat lean meats and cheese from a variety of seafood at least twice a week. Young children should be offered seafood that is lower in mercury, such as salmon, shrimp, tilapia, and cod. USDA recommends offering smaller portion sizes of a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old by preparing small, healthy meals or snacks. 5 or 6 times a day at regular intervals. Toddlers can often learn to recognize when they are full or hungry. I mean, I usually get full whenever I eat too much. Special nutritional needs. The most comments that are responsible for a large percentage of food allergies include milk, eggs, peanuts, fish, shellfish, wheat, soy, and tree nuts. A physician or registered dietitian, nutritionist can develop a meal plan for children who have food intolerances and allergies. These professionals may also make special food recommendations for the following seasons. Height and weight are significantly out of the norms. Family history of weight gain, physical activity level, anemia, and other illnesses. Disorders present at birth, such as PKU and galactosemia. Preventing feeding problems. Sorry. Just like infants, toddlers need to be really careful watched while eating because they can easily choke on foods. Toddlers who are crawling, creeping, or walking, or running while eating are more likely to choke than those who are sitting or standing while still, like eating food. Food that are choking hazards during the infancy remain choking hazards during toddlerhood. Examples of the foods to avoid include popcorn, hard candies, grapes, raisins, hot dogs, sliced in rounds, and peanut butter. Softer raw foods may be safer in larger pieces than in finely chopped pieces because they are easier for an older toddler to hold. Sometimes toddlers develop feeding problems, such as refusing to eat a meal or new foods taking only a few bites, or showing a lack of self-feeding skills. Many of these problems stem from toddlers' stage of development. The slowing growth, improving motor and learning skills. In changing social needs, toddlers work out most feeding problems in time, which help patient adults. Meeting physical needs of toddlers, 11.3. Objectives. Give examples of features to consider when choosing garments for toddlers. Describe water play learning experiences during the toddler years. Explain the process of toilet training and identify factors involved. Identify children's needs for physical activity, rest, and sleep during the toddler years. Vocab, regression, going back to an earlier stage of development. Toilet learning provides or processes which by adults help children control the excretory systems, namely bowel movements and urination. Training pants. So pants made of disposable diaper material pants with multi-layered cotton fabric crotch, or specially designed pants for wading or swimming use. Indomitable, incapable of being subdued, stubborn-like, lenient, easygoing, not strict, sedentary, little physical activity, which is our pull-ups, good nights, all that stuff. During the toddler year, children can still depend on adults to provide for their needs and keep them healthy and safe. To meet toddlers and physical needs, adults make sure toddlers are fed, clothed, cleaned, and rested. As toddlers learn self-care, they can begin to meet their physical needs. Clothing. Choose the right clothes and shoes for toddlers is important. Proper clothing helps toddlers stay active, comfortable, and safe. Clothing also stands the strain of constant movement and messy play. Sorry. Figure 11. Alright, so toddler clothing size, which are 18 months and 24 months, 3, 4, and 5T. Height in inches. 30 and a half and 32, 32 to 35, 36 to 38 and a half, 39 to 41, 41%, 41 and a half, and 43. Weight to 22 to 24 to 24 to 28, 28 and a half and 42, 42 half and 46, 46 halves and 41. So this is what a toddler is wearing a beautiful dress. To ensure proper fit, parents often have toddlers try on garments rather than rely on garment sizing, which can be confusing. The most accurate sizing methods for toddlers' garments is weight range or in height ranges. Self-dressing features in toddlers' clothes makes dressing and undressing without help easier. In addition to self-dressing features, parents consider features such as safety, comfort, growth features, and quality construction and easy care. All right, important features in toddlers' clothes. Safety. Flame resistant, will burn, but smolders will slowly rather than flaming when on fire. No drawstrings or loose buttons, fasteners or trim. Belts, ties, and sashes fastened to garments securely to prevent tripping, choking, or strangling. Bright colored clothing increases the ability to see toddlers. Or easy care. Washable, especially machine washable with other colors. Little or no ironing needed. Easy to mend. Comfort. Made of lightweight and absorbent fabrics. Made of stretch fabrics. Elastic, encased on non-bending. Fullness in pant legs and permanent knee bending and stooping with ease. Colors and sleeves that do not rub or bend. Coats, sweaters, and jackets that can fit over clothes without bending. Underwear that is not bending. Neck openings large enough for ease or dressing. Grip features. Made of stretch fabrics. Dresses without definite waist lines. Pants and skirts with elastic adjustable waistbands. Adjustable shoulder straps. Clothes with deep hems, arched seams, and pleats or tucks that can be easily let out. Two-piece outfits. Quality construction. Reinforcement at points of strain such as seams, knees, pockets, and pocket edges. Stitches that are even and not too long. Seams that are flat, smooth, and finished. Securely attached fasteners and trims. Built-in growth features in such as deep hems. Patterns are matched at seams. Fitting shoes. There's all the fitting shoes that can fit for toddlers. Toddlers need shoes to protect their feet from cold, dampness, and harmful objects. Shoes that fit properly have a half inch of space between the large toe and the shoe when a toddler stands. New shoes are recommended over hand-me-downs except for rain or snow boots worn over shoes. Because the bones and muscles of the foot are developing, that shoe fit is very important for toddlers' proper growth and comfort. During the toddler years, children have flat feet because their arches are relaxed. For many children that is fat-footed, look disappears around age 3. Bathing. All right, figure 15. Water play learning experiences. This is a kid playing in a bath with a rubber ducky. Sorry. Some toys float and some sink. I learned about it in 3rd grade science. Water power, such as moving water with your hands or feet, can push floating toys. Water can be held for a brief time in a cupped hand or in a toy with holes. Water makes all things wet. Water can splash, squirt, and drip. The bottom of a tub can be seen through clear water. Bubbles make it harder to see the bottom. Soaps makes bubbles that pop and disappear. Solid objects can be pushed down through the water. Play can be described by naming objects, boat, cup, bubbles, and actions. push, pop, or burst, splash, squirt, drip, float, or sink. Parents and other caregivers should never leave toddlers unattended or unsupervised while they are in or near water, not even for a minute. Toilet learning. The time of learning varies from toddler to toddler. Some children may be ready to begin toilet learning around 18 to 24 months of age, while others are not ready until much later. Many toddlers do not complete the learning process quickly. Learning may take most of the toddler years and perhaps longer to complete. Physical activity. Physical activity is important for toddlers because it increases the strength and endurance of cardiac and skeletal muscles and improves motor skills. Physical activity encourages attention during quiet learning times because it prevents restlessness. Physical activity also lessens the chance of some problems and diseases such as obesity, heart problems, type 2 diabetes, and mental health problems. The following ideas encourage an activity lifestyle. Eliminate and reduce time spent on all digital media to 1 hour or less daily. Select play equipment designed for active movement, such as balls and pedal riding toys. Plan a few movement activities, such as moving to music or navigating an obstacle course. Take the toddler to a playground daily if possible. Plan activities, keeping in mind motor milestones. Set an example for an active lifestyle to include toddlers in it. Rest and sleep. Toddlers often sleep fewer hours and take fewer naps than infants. I know that most people take naps right about now. I usually take naps whenever I feel like it. So between 11 to 14 hours of sleep. Around 18 months, toddlers often reduce naps to once daily for about 1 to 3 hours. Between 31 to 36 months, naps begin to disappear. Tips for naps and bedtime. Avoid scheduling nap time too close to bedtime. Notify the toddler about 20 minutes before nap time or bedtime. What the hell's going on? Notify the toddler about 20 minutes before the nap time or bedtime using a neutral sign, such as clock, not a person, to signal the hour. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Have a toddler to go to bed at the same time every night. If the schedule must be adjusted, shift the toddler's bedtime gradually. Set a bedtime ritual or routine that includes only restful activities such as a warm bath, drink of water, story, song, and hug. Nap time rituals can be developed too. Comfort a fearful toddler or a toddler who wakes during the night with nightmares. Provide a nightlight in a toddler's room to ease fears and encourage the use of security object such as a stuffed animal or blanket. Return the toddler to bed, or if he or she gets up during nap time or bedtime, meet any real needs but calmly refuse none, none, non-essential requests. Is that it? Okay. Okay, so this is Elizabeth from the leak activity. This was me from English class. So this is the log. So many logs about the leaks. So this is literally means that known for dropping dead bodies, multiple paths, body wasn't well, shocked, confused. Even though turns down never shocked. Comments went through. They called around of the all causing of dead bodies to get rushed right away. So many paths has the comment for sequence idea of a leak has been discovered. Sorry. Alright, so this is a current event slide that I made for Mr. Huff, even though I didn't even share it to him. Alright, so current event. Alright, so was from a current event by, this is a current event slide by Clinton Simpson, and this is all the current event slide. It's all of it. What is a current event? A current event is kind of the world showing the country and the city all around the big map, and it can charge by using a different map to find the same country it's in there. What does current event show? It shows the American and the Europe because the world knows a lot of countries and cities are all around the big map. And the map shows other countries too, even the event show. Are you serious? That was it? That's all I did. Alright, let me know if I'm going too fast. I think I'm doing good, right? Right? Okay. So I gotta check my emails. I'll be right back. Alright, this was made from my from Mr. Kuhn's class, and this was pretty much okay. No one's last time you viewed. This is all the all pages that are. I'm just gonna. All right, I'm gonna present this. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna present this. All right. So, all right. You can't make a monkey out of me. Background: in 1925, a biology teacher named John Scopes was arrested for teaching evolution in defiance of the Butler Act. The trial featured two of the century's greatest evolution in defiance of orators, the century's greatest orators of attorneys Clarence Darrow and William Jennings Bryan. The Scopes trial was America's first major media event. The hundreds of reporters enlived nationwide radio coverage dispersing sensational news outside the courthouse. A circus atmosphere prevailed as a chimpanzee in a suit and a hat competed with animated Christian preachers for the crowd's attention. Eventually, the Scopes trial was dubbed by the monkey trial by the media. The trial was over in 8 days, but the debate continues today. All right, so the players in one corner, America's conservative, Christian, and progressive Democratic politician for 30 years, William Jennings Bryan. And the other corner, most famous defense attorney is in the nation, the atheist advocate for free thought, Clarence Darrow. This is him right here in William Jennings Bryan. The location of the trial was a small town in the Tennessee called Dayton. During the trial, the population swelled from about 80 to about 5,000. There was increasing carnival atmosphere, refreshment stands, monkey souvenirs, and all guests such as a trained chimpanzee, and then there were media people, free news services, and 120 reporters whose stories tolerated about 2 million words. It was a media frenzy. The law, the Butler Act, which took effect on March 21st, 1925. The essence of the act was that it made it illegal for anyone to teach any theory that denies the story of the divine creation of the man is taught in the Bible, and to teach instead that man has descended from the lower order of animals, evolution. The defendant, John Thomas Scopes, came to Tennessee fresh out of college in the spring of 1925. He had just completed his first year as a science teacher and a part-time football coach at the high school in the little town of Dayton as a result of the passage of the Butler Act. At the ASACLU placed an ad inviting a teacher to help test in the wall in the courts. Scopes, a science teacher, was a perfect candidate to test the new law. On May 5th, 1925, Scopes was charged for violating Tennessee Butler's Act, which prohibited the teaching of evolution in Tennessee schools. He was tried in a case known as the Scopes trial. Yeah, the verdict says like the trial ended. Um, the trial ended in conviction. The judge imposed a fine of $100. John Scopes spoke for the first time. "Your Honor," he said, "I feel that I have been convicted for violating an just statute. I will bring you in the future as I had to be." I cannot read what's in there. All right, let's just go to. Wait, where's it? Where's the button at? Oh, there it is. There it is. Sorry, never mind. Verdict: all the ills for which America suffers can be traced to the teaching of evolution. Be right back again. It is for the jury to determine whether this is attached upon the Christian religion shall be permitted in the public schools of Tennessee by the teachers employed by the state and paid out of the public treasury. This case is no longer local. The defendant increases, causes to play an important part. The case has assumed the portions of the battle royal between San belief that attempts to speak for so-called science and the defenders of the Christian faith. Sorry about that. I was just eating some vitamins. Speaking for the legislators of Tennessee. Sorry about that again. It is again the choice between God and Balaam. It is also a renewal of the issue in the Pilate's court. He puts us on the map. But Darwinian theory, evolution represents as a man reaching his present perfection by the operation of the law and hate. Evolution is a merciless law, which is a strong crowd kill off the weak. Taxpayers should prevent by the teaching in the public schools of atheism, agnosticism, Darwinism, and evolution, or any other hypothesis that links men in relation with their roots. Christians build their own colleges in which to teach Christianity. The atheists and agnostics build their own schools in which to teach their doctrines. Just think of the tragedy of teaching children not to doubt. All right. Today you can take the thing like the evolution and make it a crime to teach in the public school. It's the school just I didn't have school today. Like I said, the school just around my area, school just closed in my area. February is still ISEP day that I had to take tests on. Have a lot of tests to come up to. All of those things. Tomorrow you can make it a crime to teach it in the private schools, and the next year you can make it a crime to teach it in the church. Of the next session, you may ban books in the newspapers soon. You may set Catholic against Protestant and Protestant against Protestant. Try to foist your own religion up to the minds of men. If you can do one of the, can you do the other? Ignorance and fantasism is ever busy and needs feeling. Always it is feeling and gloating for more. Today it's the public school teachers. Tomorrow's the private. The next day, preachers and lecturers, the magazine, the books, and the newspapers. After a while, your honor is the setting of a man against man. Honor and creed until the flying banners and beating drums. We are marching backward to the glorious ages on the 16th century, when bigots lighted faggots to burn men who dared to bring any intelligence and enlightenment and culture to the human mind. Right. I might read it just a little easier. Summarize the background of the Scopes trial: who, what, where, and why. What were some of the arguments against the Butler Act? In the support of a teaching of evolution made by Clarence Darrow, they were referred to a theory that is clearly advanced. What were some of the arguments in support of the Butler Act and against the teaching of evolution made by William Jennings Bryan? It was from a Scopes monkey trial. According to the cartoon The Verdict, what impact would the verdict of the Scopes trial have on school-age children in America? The scientific revolutions, because they may afford more conversity. According to Hayes, the Butler Act was unconstitutional. Think of the rights granted to citizens in our Bill of Rights. What amendments might the Butler Act violate? Explain why. The state, because the people just know what the meaning is. The courts can put a stop to immediately power just to see law can take action. Really sorry. What is the double meaning of the cartoon when he puts it on the map? It means like definitely the transfer where you belong to or go to automatically tells you what state or city you might be on the map. Is the Jones T. Scope song in support of the or against the Butler Act? How do you know? What do you think that song was written? The Monkey Trial was a good song. It shows more advanced skills for people to understand the amendments as all become. Alright, this is the articles of the year 2020. How bits of glass take shape inside of the cell. Sugars wrote it. It could be sort of familiar of a thing that was covered in 2 years straight that may be used to be offered. It supported some of, but not all, because the less glass can be straight than the object cells. About and at least smoothly entered into the cell of the glass that had been received about the clamshell is what has been in the glass for cells to compromise each other than normal cells. All right, see you guys in a part 18.